Hi guys, welcome back to Tigre Gitana. My name is Abby, and today we will be doing the throat chakra video for this week. For the week of October 8th to the 15th, we're going to be pulling cards for what are our blockages and what can we do to heal that this week. What actions can we take to heal that this week? It's going to be a very interesting week chakra-wise. So, fun stuff. Astrologically speaking, it's going to be a fun week. We do have a new moon in Libra. And then the moon goes into Scorpio. And we all know we've been talking about that for a while. And then the moon goes into Sag. And that's going to be a very fun experience. I do suggest going out this weekend. Definitely. Like, take yourself out this weekend. So, what are our blockages for the week of October 8th to the 15th for our throat chakra? Blockages. Okay. Three cards just done flipped on me. Okay, sweet. Oh! Cool. Okay. Blockage for the throat chakra. 6 of Wands. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. We gonna talk about it. We're gonna have a conversation. By the way, the decks that I'm gonna be using for this reading are the Universal Rider-Waite, and I'm gonna be using the Ascended Masters Oracle card because we're gonna focus on that. So how can we best heal this energy for the throat chakra this week? Yeah, it's annoying. I can't. How can we best heal this? Yo, I swear this aligns with the heart chakra so much. How can we best heal this energy? Ooh, okay. How can we best? Oh, Jesus Christ! How can we best heal this energy this week with our throat chakra? We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Judgment and Temperance. Sag. Okay. So, what are our blockage for this week? Throat chakra wise. This is focusing only on the throat chakra. Mind you, we have so much fire in this blockage that I'm confused. Because it has to do with the sense of self. And it's almost like not standing up for yourself and not speaking up to your value, not speaking up to what you've done, whether it's like work related, whatever it is, like you're not speaking up for yourself this week. I just got very serious very fast, but you know, Gemini rules the throat chakra, and like my moon is showing. But there is an element of like power, lacking fire. I mean, the throat chakra is not ruled by fire, but there is a lack of passion in our communication this week about ourselves, about our self-worth, about our achievements, about what we need to communicate. It's like we're like lost in our own. I mean, some of the other chakra videos, I can see where some of us are going to be lacking in power, some of us are going to be struggling in there, but there is kind of a sense of you need to come back to these. Work on with the new moon energy for this, because this is going to be very important. Coming back and owning your power and understanding your power and not letting anybody else walk over you when you are in your power. And this could have to do with someone else maybe being more in control than you and showing their worth more than you, or like just feeling intimidated by that energy in the way that you kind of, your light dims, even though we all know you as badass. Like what are we talking about here? This is like it's just a lowering. As a blockage, the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands and the 6 of Wands. This is being on a high horse. This is a very egotistical card, because this is literally being on a high horse. Literally on a high horse. There is a need to literally kind of, as a blockage, is like, yeah, you kind of need to show out. There's some signs that are more showy out than others. I mean, I am a Leo rising, so it's in my nature. But so this is not a blockage for me. This will never be a blockage for me. However, there are some that will be more shy or more like internal and more like, and they'll let others get away with a lot of stuff, and especially communication wise, that like they'll take in the power and they'll be a little more manipulative, and they'll take advantage of the fact that you don't stick up for yourself verbally, that you don't communicate, you don't speak into existence your truth, your power, your level. Like you just don't there's people that are like keep themselves that low that they get kind of overwhelmed and they will get pushed down by someone with that's with this energy. And so as a blockage, like, I need to get it together this week. I'm sorry, I love y'all, but like, y'all need to get it together this week, because this is not, like, look, the ways to heal that this week. These are literally the cards. The Empress. Fucking Nine of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Nine of Cups. Might as well throw in that Nine of Pentacles anyway, because it's like almost this card. Boom, Nine of Cups. And then the Three of Swords in reverse. Which means that we're mentally, this is the only, this is a throat chakra. And this is the only throat-related, communication, air-related card in here. Which is the Three of Swords in reverse. Which means that we're literally doing this to ourselves. We are inflicting these thoughts, these ideas, these opinions into ourselves. But this is the thing, it's in reverse. This is the way to heal it this week. So the way to heal it is to heal your own, like, the way you view this, the way you view the way you need to speak, whether or not you feel like it's not your place, or whether or not you feel like no, you just need to stand up for yourself this week, because then you're just gonna feel like shit about it later if you don't. Like, it's kind of like beating yourself up about not being in your power, like wishing you were that character that actually stands up and says the thing that nobody else says in a room. No, you really need to do that this week. There's a necessity to be like, so what? Again, my Gemini moon is coming out very harshly in this video, because, like, this is not me. I very much am in the realm of, and Gemini rules this chakra. Keep that in mind. It needs to flow. The verbal, and it needs to flow. And if the way that needs to flow is by healing our ego, and healing our connection to our ego, because this is also a very egotistical card. I've mentioned it in readings before. Two ego cards about self-worth. This whole reading is about self-worth, just empowerment. Why do you feel like you can't speak up? What? Why are you beating up on yourself about it later? Why do you think that's the best way to go about whatever it is that you're going about? Like, if you need to speak up, speak up. Don't do this. Don't make yourself the character that needs to that gets killed and nobody cares about because they never contributed anything to the whole movie anyway. Don't be that guy. Don't be that character that's forgettable because they didn't actually play a role in making anything or doing anything or standing up for themselves or saying anything. They're just like written down in the background, just not acting, not doing, not making moves. Like, come back into your power this week. And this week is about speaking it into existence. And this is really important because there's a lot of Venus vibes going on. This is Venus. So there's a lot of Venus vibes going on. So you be in the Venus vibes. Venus does not want you to be sulking and having this as a blockage. It's like the most ridiculous throat chakra blockage I've ever seen in my life, to be honest with you. As far as self-worth goes, like, there could be worse things. Well, actually, I don't even know. This is actually pretty bad. Like, putting yourself down so low that you don't even speak yourself into existence. You lower your value to others and to yourself, and then you block your ability to speak truthfully, honestly, even manifest verbally. Like, what? That is really bad. Like, no, I'm gonna need you to get it together. I love y'all, but I'm gonna need you to get it together this week. Literally, I'm gonna need you guys to get it together this week. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so actually, you know what? I only want to pull one card from here. So we're gonna shuffle again. Messages for this week. Messages. Ooh. Oh, that's very interesting. So our oracle card for this week is Peace Offering. So if this has something to do with someone else, and if it's something, a situation that's toxic, or somebody's like literally devaluing you, where you have not spoken up, but you know that person's wrong, and you need to say something, the way you bring in, like, the way you really heal that situation and actually come out feeling good about it, the way you need to go about it is not only by valuing yourself, but the way you need to go about it needs to be out of love and out of, like, it still needs to be peaceful. You don't be like hella toxic this week when it comes to your heart space. I'm sorry, not heart space, throat, because we do have air with like the like Libra energy, but Scorpio can, like, especially if this is something that comes out during like the Scorpio moon, Scorpios can definitely, when pissed off and when angered, they can very much sting your ass. So don't come from it with like add so much fuel to your fire that you just are raging and you're just like, fuck this, fuck that, whatever. Don't do that. Come resolve the situation that needs you to communicate, that needs you to say the words that need to be said, stated, whatever, that need you to do it from a place of peace. You're coming into peace with yourself because you're coming into your power with yourself. Therefore, you don't need to be in a rage. You need to be comfortable. You need to be coming from a place of peace. And so if the way you need to approach the situation is from just being like, you know what? Okay, well, this is how I feel, and I like add an element of, don't be just as toxic as other people. Just add an element of, okay, well, this is the truth, this is how I feel, and regardless, I wish her well, regardless, I hope that this can get solved, but this is how I feel. Like, state your truth clearly this week. It needs to be clear, but it needs to not be toxic either. Don't speak to inflict pain. Speak to inflict healing. How about that? Let's do that. Let's do that. Because that way, not only will you feel good about the results and the way you came out of it, but you won't regret it. You won't be beating yourself up later about the words that you said and the things that you could have done better. And you won't have to do that. You can actually just be like, okay, well, I said what I said, and that's what I said. Cool? Okay, so don't forget to subscribe. The next videos are coming up right now. So I will see you guys next week. Bye.